Good afternoon, guys. We're here for today's Bible reading, Luke 12:35 through 59. Get dressed for service and keep your lamps burning. Be like people waiting for their master to come back from the wedding celebration, so that when he comes and knocks, they can immediately open the door for him. Blessed are those slaves whom their master finds alert when he returns. I tell you the truth, he will dress himself to serve, have them take their place at the table, and will come and wait on them. Even if he comes in the second or third watch of the night and finds them alert, blessed are those slaves. But understand this, if the owner of the house had known at what hour the thief was coming, he would not have let his house be broken into. You also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. Then Peter said, Lord, are you telling this parable for us or for everyone? The Lord replied, Who then is the faithful and wise manager, whom the master puts in charge of his household, servants to give them their allowance of food at the proper time? Blessed is that slave whom his master finds at work when he returns. I tell you the truth, the master will put him in charge of all his possessions. But if that slave should say to himself, My master is delayed in returning, and he begins to beat the other slaves, both men and women, and to eat, drink, and get drunk, then the master of that slave will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at that hour he does not foresee, and will cut him in two, and assign him a place with the unfaithful. That servant who knew his master's will, but did not get ready to do what his master asked, will receive a severe beating. But the one who did not know his master's will, and did things worthy of punishment, will receive a light beating. For everyone who has been given much, much will be required, and from the one who has been entrusted with much, even more will be asked. I have come to bring fire on the earth, and how I wish it were already kindled. I have a baptism to undergo, and how distressed I am until it is finished. Do you think I have come to bring peace on earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. For from now on there will be five in one household divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. They will be divided, father against son, and son against father, mother against daughter, and daughter against mother, mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Jesus also said to the crowds, When you see a cloud rising in the west, you say at once, A rainstorm is coming, and it does. And when you see the south wind blowing, you say, There will be scorching heat, and there is. You hypocrites! You know how to interpret the appearance of the earth and the sky, but how can you not know how to interpret the present time? And why don't you judge yourselves what is right? As you are going with your accuser before the magistrate, make an effort to settle with him on the way, so that he will not drag you before the judge, and the judge hand you over to the officer, and the officer throw you into prison. I tell you, you will never get out of there until you paid the very last cent. Psalm 78, 56 through 64. Yet they challenged and defied the sovereign God, and did not obey his commands. They were unfaithful and acted as treacherously as their ancestors. They were as unreliable as a malfunctioning bow. They made him angry with their pagan shrines, and made him jealous with their idols. God heard and was angry. He completely rejected Israel. He abandoned the sanctuary of Shiloh, the tent where he lived among men. He allowed the symbol of his strong presence to be captured. He gave the symbol of his splendor into the hand of the enemy. He delivered his people over to the sword and was angry with his chosen nation. Fire consumed their young men, and their virgins remained unmarried. Their priests fell by the sword, but their widows did not weep. Proverbs 12:24. The diligent person will rule, but the slothful will become a slave. Proverbs 12:24 again. The diligent person will rule, but the slothful will become a slave. Okay, guys, that was Proverbs 12:24, Psalm 78:56 through 64, and Luke 12:35 through 59. I hope you enjoyed today's Bible reading. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. I have a headache again today, so I'm going to try to do some stories for you guys anyway, but yep, I got another headache again today, so I had to take another migraine pill. So I love you guys, and I will see you all later. If not today with more Bible stories, then I'll see you tomorrow. I love you guys. Hope you have a great day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus. Bye, guys.